Hey, hey, hey. How's everybody? Welcome to Sex in Oakland. My name is Sama, Miss Ninja.
And I am Crystal with an H.
I'm Rio.
And it's Izzy on the beat.
And we have our guest today, Mr. Bowtie. How you doing?
What's up with everybody?
Okay, so let's first of all tell us where you from.
Oakland, California.
Oakland, California. Okay, why they call you Mr. Bowtie? Or what? Where you come up with the name?
Mr. Bowtie is a persona. It's given me from my years of being a bartender for over 15 years. An older woman was like, "Oh, that's my Mr. Bowtie," because I would make custom bow ties and I would wear them while I bartend and everything like that. So, but this year I made my persona permanent now.
Nice.
So fully got the tattoo to make it complete.
Okay. You know what's this on the table right here?
Okay, so these on the table is 7 flavors of happy hour, organically cold pressed drinks infused with alcohol. You could not, they could be non-alcoholic or they can be infused since we're from Cali.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I've had some of those before, and it's good.
Man.
Okay, and it get you lit quick too.
Don't
play
Just
with
one
it.
of these little tiny ones.
For real, like I had some for my birthday. Mr. Bowtie came through, and I almost died. So I tried to drink some of them. They smooth just like that. You know what I mean? All right, so Crystal, you gonna kick it off with the first?
Yeah, so our first topic was, which I almost forgot. Maintaining your business during the pandemic. Can you tell us a little bit how you did that? Because it didn't stop. The bag didn't stop.
Damn, near seemed like it picked up.
Right. Facts.
It actually did pick up.
it did.
So, for me, a lot of people will probably see me at Lake Mary doing vending and everything.
Sure.
Right when Barbecue Becky happened, 2017, 2018, and I didn't stop until about like 2021. You also see me doing my private business, which is a bar catering, food catering. So I'm always doing that where I have corporate accounts, regular accounts, birthday parties, whatever may be, from small parties to big parties. I kept it going. What saved my business and what kept it going was me hosting little events and little parties for corporate businesses, or showing love to the everyday parties, or anybody holiday party. Hey, y'all need a bartender? Okay, I'm gonna show up. Y'all need this? I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. So that's what me showing love to everybody is why my business kept going. It wasn't until really with TikTok, yesterday's prices are not today's prices came out. I started to put my implement back onto that on me charging again. But before then, it was like, hey, what you got? I'm coming. I'm going.
Right.
I'm doing this. I'm doing that. But also, what allowed me to do so was that I stay consistent with my drinks, with my brand. I made sure that I literally push it to every next step, every next level, with labels, with me doing deliveries, with me doing getting pickup locations. I got 4 pickup locations right now. Ragdoll's Boutique, Her Nail Envy. I have Doc's Seafood Truck in Las Vegas.
Okay.
I have the Tooth Gem Shop up in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
So and I'm still continue to keep going with pickup locations. So me being able to do all that shit was actually doing so. And then on top of that, me delivering and me popping up places and everything like that. You'll be able to see me with It's on the Flow catering with his food every week. And everything, like I don't stop. I want everybody to know who I am, what I'm about, and what I'm doing, because of the fact that it's organically cold pressed, meaning that it's all fresh fruits. It's no sugars added. If I wanted some sweetener, to be fresh or figs and dates. I'm really aligning myself with healthy plus up, and it also makes sure it balances with my other businesses as well.
Yeah, that's
And I must
great.
say that food is delicious. Okay. It's fired. It's fire.
Shout out Dave.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's up, sweetheart?
You said you help other people with catering, or you have your own catering?
I do both. I have about 4 chefs on my team, 3 DJs. I have 6 bartenders, 6 barbacks.
So you just have enough to throw a whole
Yeah,
lot.
Right. You got a whole team.
You got a whole party.
Whole team.
If some places thrive off of being one full package, and they have it all part of their own entity. But that only pushes their business only. What I do is that I'd rather be a third party aligned with my business, so that allows Miss Ninja's team to come through and everything. If I don't feel like cooking, hey, Miss Ninja got a bomb menu. So what I would do is I say, if any of y'all be like, oh, I want this for my wedding or this for my party and everything like that, this is a menu. I'm going to send that straight menu to all 4 of my chefs. First come, first serve.
Right on.
We finna come do this. What's up? What's our prices? Boom. Then move forward. It's kind of like truck driving, brokering, and basically being able to push forward with the mission instead of me just saying I'm only going to take all the exposure for myself, which is what my big competitions does and everything like that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's great. What is on the menu? What types of food do you have?
As far as myself, I'm a finger food guy.
Okay.
I have solely rolled, which is anything soul food, style food rolled up inside of a wrap, inside of a Philly. Depends on what you want and how you want it to do so. But then on top of that, Dave, he has shrimp, crab, steak, salmon, lobster, whatever it may be, and he puts it over top of rice, over crab fried rice. He puts it over pasta. He puts it over macaroni and cheese. I have other people who do soul food. You said
macaroni and cheese?
It's macaroni and cheese. It's something real good, real cool. Everybody.
You put crackers in macaroni and cheese?
Macaroni.
It's so good. It's just like crack.
This ain't no other people.
Okay.
So pretty much what you're saying, you pretty much got different caterers that serve different things. Where can everybody find your business as far as what they need from you, or
so for me
in your connect?
Okay. For me, you can find me on Mr. Bowtie Bartender, and with that being said, my link inside my bio allows you to be able to reach all my other people that are involved with me, as well as being able to hire me and being able to book anything that I do.
Nice.
So no matter what's going on, I also have the Convo 24/7, and then my professional page is the Bowtie Best. So literally many different platforms, and you're able to reach me on every level.
Okay, well y'all go on and look out for that. Whenever y'all ready to throw a party, Mr. Bowtie gonna come through with it.
Man, it's like such a unit. It's like an entire team, and it's like majority of them are Black owned, and that's like
with the
even
business
better. But I mean, speaking of a unit, why do you think a lot of marriages fail during this pandemic?
Because they had to relearn each other. I feel like a lot of marriages had to fail because during this pandemic they had to relearn who each other were because they were around each other so much.
Right.
They had a lot of people had to leave their jobs, and they got around each other, and they started to notice those things and start to see things that they didn't do and didn't see when they first got together in relationships. They didn't pay attention to them little things. They didn't figure out a lot of people jump from the courting stage straight to the relationship stage because of sex and lust and everything like that. Vetting. So without even knowing each other, without asking questions or whatever it may be. So with that being said, a lot of these relationships started to fail during the pandemic because of the fact that they started to notice that, oh, I didn't like that. I don't like that. Can I live with this? Okay, hold on. Is this a deal breaker?
Yeah, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that people, like, there's things that people only do when you at work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, okay, I'm at work. Then you come and then you're not going to work, and now you're just seeing each other all day. It's like, well, what is this habit that I ain't never seen? This is gross. And then not only that, you have breaks because you go to work. Because you could go, you got your boys' time to then leave. Now you don't have that. Yes, let me miss you. You didn't have that space. So it was over. Just like, oh, you in my face again.
Yeah.
I can't even take it.
And I think it's like big what you just said. People go straight from that courting stage into I love you, mine right now, and people don't even spend that time to really vet. I was just talking about this, to vet who they're talking to. So they build their relationship based off surface level interactions, and so once they get to something that's more concrete and serious, they don't really even know who this person is.
That's why they always say you don't know who you even marrying until you're really living with the person. Because
That
I've seen
changes.
friendships break up over that, you know what I'm saying?
Girl,
Like,
I was like, no.
even siblings, like, I don't know if I would live with my siblings.
My great grandmother would call it, and I still use it to this day, it's called the elevations of L's. And some of us take them as losses, but it's not a loss. The L's are lust, like, love, and in love. You feel me? So with that process of it, lust, some people are sitting here in relationships off of transactions, off of that lustful transaction that you guys never even had a relationship built onto or for. You guys just move forward because we fucking.
Just jump
right into it. Oh, this relationship because we fucking. She made me feel this way. He made me feel this way. Ownership and everything, but you don't own anything. Even when you're married, you don't have any ownership. You feel me? So they literally jump into that. So when you have lust, you can be like, hey, am I finna do this transaction, or am I finna show me why I should like you, or show me why you should like me. You feel me? And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put in that same amount of work. Once I start to like the things that you do, the actions that you present, the personality that you have, we're gonna move forward with that and everything. And then we're gonna say, okay, I like this person. Okay, I like what they do. I like this. Okay, cool. Let's start dating. Because the word date is not an addition. Doesn't have a definition, but it has a synonym to where it's like the word rent. I'm not renting anybody, so I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna delete that generational curse, and we're gonna start courting. Courting is a relationship, and I'm paraphrasing, a relationship leading up to marriage, no matter what's going on. So with that being said, I'm going to like the things about you. I'm going to start courting you. Then we can go on dates. Then we can, and then with another conversation, bringing it up to each other, we're going to start to date exclusively. Once we start dating exclusively, that means those other people are not an option no more.
That's
And you have to present that. You can't sit there and be like, oh yeah, this shit right here hella good, so you can't be fucking nobody else. Yeah, right. Everybody got the same shit. Everybody just does it differently. So please stop with the whole little mine's the best that I've ever had.
The best.
I don't know if everybody wants to leave this.
Not the best. The bestest.
It's cool. It's cool.
Y'all can have what y'all want to have.
I'm the bestest.
It's
I'm just playing.
capturing the right person that's gonna stay after the fact. So no matter what's going on, then you after you start dating exclusively, you start a relationship. That's when the building and the bond starts to happen. Before then, you need to be talking, investigating, trying to figure out why this person like me and why I like this person. Who is you? Why am I around you? Because during a relationship is when you start to open up doors to children, if you have children, to family, to everything like that. Why are you doing that beforehand?
Right.
I'm not finna put my time into something that's definitely finna leave out my space and everything in a quick second. I'm not finna put my time into somebody that's not gonna be here for longevity, no temporary nothing. So at the end of the day, you're not getting introduced to nobody without me seeing who you are, what you about, what your attitudes are, what those peaks is and everything like that. So that's what the courtship and that's what the relationships starting should do. Then you start to love the things about that person. The same things that you used to like, you starting to love those things now. That does not mean you in love. Love ain't
just love what they do.
Love what they do. You love who they are.
Right.
You love the personality that they bring to you and everything like that. And then in that process, you starting to feel that good feeling. You be like, okay, am I in love? Start to test the waters.
Let Izzy tell it. She be in love, okay? She like, oh, I love all y'all.
That's why I was like,
Shots fired.
I love everybody.
Hey, you can definitely.
I'm gonna love everybody.
Everybody should be leading with love. You should present that light that you have. Lead with love and be love, no matter what's going on. But you should always make sure that the love that you present to other people is reciprocated.
Amen.
And that's that test that you have to give. Females should give that test, and men should give that test. Does she love me the way that I love her? And does he love me the way that I love him?
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's where that test happens, and then they be like, shit, I'm pregnant. Shit, I done this. Shit, I gotta do this. Then they start to compromise with that. Yeah, a lot of people go wrong because they don't figure out if they're really for each other and if this is gonna be longevity. But then life happens. Here comes lemons, and they forget that they know how to make lemonade with it. But they just drop the ball. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's always been consistent with communication, being consistent with talking to people, being consistent with being open and honest about things. And if it hurts, work through it and talk through it. Instead of saying, "Oh, I'm gonna just hold it in," or "I'm not gonna be able to communicate with you. I'm not gonna communicate with you about anything." You feel me? So it's all about open honesty about everything.
All right. So when it comes to that, right, and speaking of love and everything like that, we were discussing last week. It kind of came up a little bit about monogamous relationships and polygamous.
Okay.
Right. So.
What is your style?
Yeah, let's ask that first.
There. What is your Mr. Bowtie's style?
I am poly.
Okay.
Open, very much open relations, poly. Not very promiscuous because I'm not out here doing everybody.
Right.
But I do know I'm looking for a foundation, and in that aspect, me having 2 women, or me being a unicorn. And being able to be inside of a relationship with a man and a woman, or two women, getting to the entity that foundation's already done.
Okay.
So right now I am poly, open poly, and yeah.
So after everything you just talked about, as far as like love and like how relationships should go, do you, when it comes to being in like a polygamous relationship, do you start off with building something with one person and then be like, okay, let's bring in one more person to see how she reacts to us?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the way that I live, and that's the way that I was brought up and taught how to live. I have to have a foundation first. My foundation has to be able to move forward with adding somebody to our situation, but it also has to be another foundation. It can't be a secondary. I'm a primary kind of guy. I only want primaries in my lifestyle, and I live like a triangle. Triangle is the strongest shape in the world, so I'm not gonna break a triangle, no matter what's going on. So that's the way I have to personally live. Has to be me and her. We're together. We start off this path, and then we move forward with adding somebody else that's equally yoked to me and her at the same time. Okay. So no matter what's going on, I wouldn't sit here and bring in a secondary who's just here for sex. She's just here for personal benefits, because some people can be I got platonics for that. I don't need the sex or anything like that for that. I can have friendships and have platonic relationships with people that I love and still do me. But at the end of the day, when it comes to my relationships, you have to be a primary. You have to be able to come into this relationship with something, and as well as we bring something to the table as well. We have to present something to you, and you have to do the same for us.
Okay. So then, are you against like monogamous?
All of that. All of that. It's just
to me, monogamous is a myth. It's a European type of lifestyle that was developed into us with the Bible and with slavery.
Okay.
So no matter what's going on, to be monogamous. That's saying you have to be with one person. You have to be with this. You have to be with that. When you're single, you live in a polygamous relationship unless you set boundaries on your own self. So no matter what's going on, you're still living an open relations lifestyle in the same way I live right now. It just, once you set in stone, once you make an agreement with yourself, once you tell yourself this, once you have this conversation, that's when you start to really say what you want. Now, I'm not knocking anybody who lives monogamously. I know a lot of relationships that are living very great and everything like that.
It's like to each its own.
Yeah, very much to each its own.
So when you say boundaries, I mean, like, are there any boundaries or limitations when it comes to this poly relationship? Like, I know, of course, you would talk to the person about it first, like, okay, this is what I'm into, blah, blah, blah. They would agree to it if they're, building that foundation with you. Yeah. But is there something that would, like, as far as picking that third person, is there like a boundary? Is there a limitation as to what that person can or cannot do?
I can't make a choice on what a person can and can't do whatsoever. I just have to agree on if it's something I'm going to allow in my life or not. So
what is your preferences as far as what your boundaries is? So say you got a person right now, and if they are compliant to what your boundaries are, what is allowed for you? Because then by the time they built a foundation with you, that means they already you know, they are meeting some type of, you know, thing that you need from them, right?
Right.
So then that means y'all already agreed upon what's not cool and what is.
Right.
So then, like, ideally, what is
which that
your
list
thing?
is very small.
Yeah, like that list is very small.
That list is very small.
All right. So list the top 5.
Damn, it's smaller than that.
All right, cool.
Damn,
Let's
top
top
2.
whatever. How many you got? How many you got?
Top 2.
There's no lying whatsoever.
Okay.
There is don't resort back to what the last person has done to you and everything like that.
I hate that.
Be very much open to explore new
So you
and,
gotta be
and
a
everything
healed
like that.
person.
You not even healed, because at the end of the day, you never know how honest you're being with yourself if you were already taught this from your past and
That's
your parents
factual.
taught you this. So you never know what is true to you and true to somebody else, or what is right and what is wrong if you were taught this way already. You feel me?
Right.
So at the end of the day, you don't have. Everybody's not going to be get into a relationship healed. It's just been healthy. It's been able to be. It's been able to be. It's been able to be nurturing and nutritious for my feelings and to what I present to the table, and me being the same way for you. You feel me? We can work through those traumas with communication and with understanding and healing and health with each other, because the love that I present to you may actually help you smile. It may help you. It may help you live better. It may help you move forward. It may be that nurturing that you needed versus you trying to work through it yourself.
Yeah.
I believe that.
So
Yeah,
definitely
that sounds
So it's
cool.
different.
You know, because some people like find that part right there. People seem to find like a hard time figuring out what is actually toxic, because you're so, you know, you still stuck on your past so much, and know what is not.
right.
Because, you know, some people really come in and just like, you know, I just need you to be there for me.
Mhm.
Cool. There's like
In
2
which
different
way?
types of
In
levels.
which
You know what I'm saying?
capacity?
Right.
Because some people, they want you to be there for them throughout their healing journey.
Yeah.
Cool. If you're willing to heal, some people literally want to drain the life out of you. While they, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like I had to
yeah.
let go of some friends because of that, and then like relationships is a whole nother level. Like, please, bro, I got my own thing going on. Like, I don't
Right,
even have room, and
Like,
I
was
came
finally
into
at
this.
peace.
Right. I came into who I am as a person. And I just want you to join me in my space. I don't want you to try to change me. I don't want, you know, I don't want to change you. But then, like, people miss that, though. So then, like, I guess that you have to do that shit twice. Because you have more than one person.
You have to do it, but when you get to the point of understanding that opening your life in this positive lifestyle, when say if it's somebody that we don't don't know what this lifestyle is or don't know what it presents, right?
Yeah.
This person has to be taught. This person has to be has to deal with her vulnerability, her insecurities, his vulnerabilities or his insecurities. They have to learn how to trust other people. They have to learn that you're not just sharing. You feel me?
Okay.
You are moving forward with a relationship. Understanding that love, man. Understanding that love, when you open up the door to more love from somebody else, you start to love that person even more, because they showed you more than the love that they already been seeing. You feel me? So now that you see, oh damn, they didn't open up another door of love. When it comes to me, is it gonna be greater, or am I finna lose it? Nah, you're the foundation. If you're sticking with your foundation, if you're building your foundation the correct way, and if you're happy, you're still gonna get that abundance no matter what's going on.
Okay.
So that's how you move forward with it. But in the process of bringing in somebody else, you have to relearn that person all over. And my policy is that whoever I talk to, if I bring her in, you gotta date her as much as I'm dating her.
Yeah, that's facts.
Me and you did all the
You
work
have to.
together. Now y'all gotta do all that same work together,
Yeah.
as well as me and her gotta do that work together. But when we are together as a triangle, we're a freaking entity. Even if y'all not romantic with each other, that's your sister, that's your sister wife, whatever. Boom, y'all. Hey, that's my sis right there. We love each other, all this shit, and everything like that. But if y'all romantic with each other, y'all need to look like the best relationship out. You feel me? And so do we have to be the same exact entities.
Are the girls not required to sleep with each other?
No, it's not a requirement.
Oh, okay.
Because
I always thought it was.
two people can be monogamous. So
I would.
Monogamous is a lifestyle that's living inside of a poly lifestyle. So no matter what's going on, hey, if you want to fuck everybody, fuck them. I don't care.
I'm saying if I was in that situation,
Hey, I like it. I love it. Let's go have fun. You feel me? It started off that way. Let's go.
Right.
But at the end of the day, she could be monogamous to me. She could be monogamous to me. But I live a poly lifestyle. We have an understanding.
Gotcha.
But y'all don't have to be romantic with each other. But that's your sis. You guys are friends. You guys are building together. You guys have an entity together. You guys know the benefits with of having each other around you guys instead of it being like, oh, competition.
Right, the popular term sister wives.
Exactly.
Like, you guys are really like more of like a family than a girlfriend.
All right. So here's the question, right?
Okay.
And that's for everybody. Of course, I want everybody to chime in. How do you know when you're in love?
I never know when I'm in love. I throw love.
I know, because you love everybody.
I throw love out. Love just one day I'd be like, I am in love. It just.
Mind you, that was day 2.
It just hit me, and the next day I'm so temperamental though. Like it could just hit me one day, and I'm like, I was lying. I was not in love, but it just hit me. Like, and I feel like when I know, I never know. Like I feel like I'm in denial. I'm like I'm not in love, and then it just hit me, and I think it's when I'm like I could be with another person outside of that person, I can't stop thinking about them. You know, if I'm doing something with someone else, and as I'm having a good time with this other person, I'm like, damn, I wish I was doing this with that person. Yeah, that's when I've known that I'm like, oh, that's who I love. That's for me. But again, I don't be knowing, because I just be throwing love out there. It just slapped me in the face.
Yeah,
like,
it's just like the wind blowing by. Just be like, oh, love,
I just go with the wind. I'm just like, love, was that you?
That's you. What about you, Real?
Well, you definitely think about the person a lot, and you want to be with them. No matter where you are, no matter who you're with.
You get that little tingling down.
No matter who.
No matter what's going on.
No matter who you're with. You'd be like, okay. You know, for me, I feel like I've only been in love maybe twice. Once when I was a teenager, and I just thought I loved this guy so much. That wasn't love. Yeah, you got puppy love first. Yeah. First you gotta have puppy love. You gotta have puppy love.
Yeah.
So I think that was that. I think. But definitely when you're constantly thinking about the other person, you want to be with them, even though they're not with you, and you don't know what they're doing or who they're with, you still want to be with that person.
Right.
And it's really sickening.
It is.
I really don't.
Her face spiritual is like,
I really don't.
You be like,
you know, you want to be in love and you want to be with that person, and everything's supposed to be like a bed of roses, but it's not like that.
It's harder when you love somebody, you know?
It's hard because
now they affect you emotionally and shit. That shit that you didn't even know about.
Not only that, the love is just not ever the same. It's not equal, and you want it to be.
That's facts, though.
You want it to be. You want it to be the same. Like if I love you and you love me, you might not love me tomorrow. I want you to love me every day, because I'm gonna love you every day. I'm not gonna be with you if you don't love me today.
Well, see,
tomorrow,
that's the thing, though.
You like
a person can love you. They might have days where they don't like you.
What you say?
There's a difference.
I want to be with somebody.
They could love you, but they could not like you that day because you done pissed them off. But the fact that the love will never change. That's what makes it a person that loves you. Because, like, I love my son. He do shit sometimes I don't like, but it would never change.
But that's unconditional love, and that is the love that I want to have with my husband when I do decide to get married. Right. I want to have unconditional love, because I'm gonna be mad sometimes, but he's gonna always make me feel better. He's gonna always apologize. I'm not gonna do it again. He's gonna work on not doing it again, and that is love when they work on not doing it again.
Yeah.
But if they keep doing it over and over again with the lying and the cheating, that's not freaking love.
No.
And people get that kind of mixed up. You be like,
that's their version of love or what they think
love.
they're doing for you, but it's not really. They're really more in
love.
love with what you let them do.
Right.
What about you? When do you know that you're in love with a person?
First off, have
you
ever
been there?
experienced-
Right. Have you been there?
It was a long pause. Have you experienced it?
Yes, I have. I have experienced
Okay.
being in love with someone. I think for me, it was in my past. It was when I was ready to let go of everything for that person. Growing in this manhood, I realized that it's when I was willing to give up everything, but still keep going with everything I'm doing. Being able to still love this person and love them for everything and everything that they are, but then also allowing myself to love myself for everything that I have and I do as well too, and not stopping what I'm doing with my life for them, but then seeing how they can complement it as well. Using the analogy, when you leave home, what's something that you feel like if you left the house with it, you have to turn back right around and go get it, versus something that you can be like, I can deal with it without it.
Yeah.
And I want to be that. I want that person to be that accessory, be that.
Oh shit! I forgot Mr. Bowtie. Come here.
Exactly.
Damn, I'm gonna go get this.
Yeah, exactly.
He just likes getting
I got my keys. Mr. Bowtie. I'm gonna go get it.
I want you to be able to really feel like you're missing a piece of something every time, and that's when I feel like I was in love, and that's only been about twice. But in all actuality, I truly feel like me growing now is going to be a lot challenging for somebody to fall in love with me, as well as me doing the same thing to them. You're gonna have to move forward with it in a different capacity, and it's about moving forward, and that's all it is for me.
That's right.
How is this gonna be longevity? I've been around people who said every decade you learn somebody grows up and they become somebody different, or a new part of them comes together. So now you got to be able to bring that new part of them into the relationship. You got to learn that new part of them all over again.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Kristen?
I don't want to be in love.
Why?
That's
heartbreaking.
Damn, y'all was like,
I don't believe that.
Damn, no.
You know I can't. But tell me why.
I can understand it,
personally like it. To me, like, love kills. Okay?
It hurts.
Yeah.
Like, people will literally kill over someone that they are truly like in love with. You know, like they will really do anything. Like it will make you crazy.
It can make you crazy.
And I just feel like I personally don't want to experience that. I do want to like, oh, you know, like I got love for you, I love you. But I do not want to be like in love with someone.
So it's not
and it's like honestly, I feel like I mean you can probably most of it I could blame it on like childhood things. But it's like I can't even allow myself to get that attached to someone.
So you have never been in love before?
No. And I mean, I am still young, but like...
Have you ever been
she not me, though.
No.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, it's different. Like, I mean, as far as like a man in my life, like, no, I've never gotten close to it. Like, I will get to the point of, I do have love for this person. If they died, I'll cry.
Who hurt you, baby?
But no, it's not. It really. It's more of a childhood thing. It's just like, I mean, I never got it then, so it's like now I just kind of like threw it out the window.
Yeah.
And really the only people I have ever gotten close to as far as love was like friends, family. That was it. As far as a spouse, I'd be like, I love you.
But you might be gone tomorrow.
You know, I might not think about you tomorrow or the next week, and then I might be toxic and hit you up like 2 years later. That's what it is.
2 years.
But no, really, I don't want to be in love. I don't personally. I just don't.
Because love is painful.
I don't really believe that.
And I'm also the person, I never thought even about marriage either. Like, I never wanted the marriage. I never wanted to be a parent. All for those, like, specific reasons. I feel like it would be hard for me to emotionally attach myself to someone like that. Yeah. But I guess it just
I feel like the right person will have to come into your life.
Exactly.
And just expose you, because I don't think that that's actually
I've had a
like
lot of
a
right persons.
But
I'm the wrong person.
No, I don't agree.
I really don't
As
think
a best
so.
friend,
I
I
really
think from the people that I've seen you, that I don't believe so. But when they do,
the right person got to
they
come.
better act correctly, because otherwise I'm gonna blow some houses.
But you agree though, right? Like this
relationships
isn't
all
like
the time.
this isn't like a concrete feeling. Like the right person has to come to her.
Honestly, I think a lot of people, in general, is scared of love in some type of way. But I feel like some people have it at a certain level. Like I just feel like she just don't trust it enough.
Well,
that's what I'm getting.
Open to
that's
it
what I'm
for
feeling
one.
right now.
So
That's what I'm
whenever
feeling.
she's ready.
And for me, like me personally, I think I know. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever actually been there. But like the more I think about, like I mentioned last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said I've never been with a person that officially made me feel like I could lay down. I could lay down in the bed. Like I always felt like with every relationship I've ever been, I feel like I'm sitting on the bed, but I never get comfortable enough to lay down. So I don't think I've ever like. I mean, that's the only analogy I can come up with. But, like I never felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never felt like I've gotten that comfortable and said I'm in love. I've had love for people, but nobody's ever made me go, oh, my God, I could see me being married to this person. You know what I mean? Like, I could be doing this and that. Even though I've been engaged. But it was out of the fact that we were together. We had a son together and shit like that. But after that, we just like,
It was all superficial.
Yeah, it was all. It was just what's supposed to happen. You have a kid, you think you're supposed to send a married person, whatever. But I also always hit this stage where I get comfortable, but not comfortable enough. It's like, oh my God, I like you so much. Now, let's go through the list of why I shouldn't fuck with you anymore. And that's how I always end up sitting there. Because once you're there, even for people that I've loved, like a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying? Even for people that I've loved.
Heartbreaker.
I always be like,
ain't no love over there. Ain't no love over here, over there.
I be trying. See, I be thinking I'm hella nice.
You just have
she
to
had
be
to actually
open
point it out to me
to
one
it.
day, like,
What'd she
you kind
say?
of toxic as shit.
She's
Because
very toxic.
technically,
Why
like,
you say
even
that?
though it's not on purpose, I'm pretty much playing with people's time and their feelings.
Why do you say that? Why do you say she was toxic?
Because
Sama has a lot of toxic ways.
Wow.
Okay, she is like, it's like so pretty and nice. It's like
It's
a
a pretty little
rose.
package.
It's like a rose on
Till
the
you open that
outside.
But thorns if you touch it.
Yeah, like your finger not gonna come out. Like it's like one of those. It's like
Oh,
you know that
yeah.
little that game where you used to put your two fingers in. It was so like it was so.
But is
just-
it like
made you
good
wanna do it.
toxicity? Because
It-
I've been called like good toxicity.
No.
Is it like
there's
well,
no
no,
such
there's
thing.
no. Yeah,
See,
there's
because
no
look,
such thing as-
I didn't realize how toxic it was when it comes to certain things. Like, so I never like to part with negative endings.
I feel that
Right.
though.
So I always want to make sure that we
Y'all
end
leave
on a good note. But
terms,
what
yeah.
ends up happening with that is that nigga
never
will never
ends.
leave you alone because he doesn't know. And I like me. I like
There
being
goes
the
the
last
toxic
bitch
comment.
that was always on your mind. I like being the fact that you can't fucking shake me. And then randomly, you know what I mean? Like, I would never reply. And I go all these years. And then one day I just reply, I'm like, hey, how you been? Everything's been okay? Oh my God, I've been thinking about you. I hope you're so healthy. Blah, 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 blah. And then
Toxic.
Tortured him.
stop again. And then
Why y'all best
they
friends?
just keep going.
Right.
Oh,
They
that's
should
why
be
y'all
together.
best
Them two should be together.
It would be toxic
Problem
as hell
solved.
As
together.
hell.
She's in
I'm-
Cancer. I'm a
I
Taurus.
can
It just
relate.
already
though.
ain't working
You
out.
got me questioning myself. Like, am I toxic?
Yes,
Well,
we've
for
established
sure.
you
Not
toxic.
not
It's
the
not-
hard yes.
No,
I'm not feeling the hard.
there is no doubt about it.
Not the hard
And
yes.
she a little toxic too.
I
She
know
was
I
crazy
am.
toxic.
Oh, she crazy.
I already know I'm
We've
toxic.
established that.
Leaving
She
voicemails
crazy.
of herself.
What
and
did she
shit to
say?
go to
Yeah.
Hazel nigga.
It was her.
I know you're not
I know
looking
that.
like
It was
that.
her.
I know
Yeah.
you're not looking like that because, sir,
I think that's
it's a little sprinkle of toxic
Y'all
on you too. You're just
Yeah,
honest
toxic
about it.
sometimes.
I'm an asshole. I'm gonna be open and honest. I don't lie about a damn thing, and that's my
That's
thing.
right.
I
So
lie.
when we get,
I like
know
that
I
you're
hate
honest,
lying.
though.
I
so
Man, I would
That's
tell
why I
tell
don't lie.
myself.
I
ain't
don't
got time to
lie.
lie
I don't
about
lie,
nothing.
but I
You gonna
do
get the
lie.
open, honest
I
truth
say
about
stupid
everything.
every time.
Her,
Like, what you
and
doing?
her.
I'm at the
I just
store.
went
I'm
to
at
I just
the
went to
local
Florida
place.
with her, and I just came here with
With
her.
her.
You
That's
finna
right.
know everything about everybody. So do you go? I'm gonna give you the choice.
That's right.
That's
You gonna
why.
have the choice to fuck with me or not. You want to deal with me with doing
There
this or
it
not?
is.
Because at the end of the day, if you join into this lifestyle with me, I'm going to have the entity. I'm going to be I'm traveling the world. I'm doing what I'm doing. So you can come join me and join us.
Right?
or you can be sitting at home and chilling.
Honestly,
He made it seem like it was all gratifying.
You can join.
I always feel like
Let's
if
do
we
it.
just started talking and we've been a couple of months, but we ain't, you know what I mean? Like, we ain't hella tight like that. I don't really recommend you always asking me what I'm doing. And I don't recommend you asking me, do I talk to other niggas? Because the answer's going to be
a lie. It's going to be a lie.
I'm just
playing. No, I'm not going to lie. I do. I'm very honest. But it's fun to me to lie.
Wow.
Let me tell you.
That's not safe.
That's toxic.
Let me tell you. Not all the time. I'm very transparent, but I just like, and they say, if someone asks me, you heard me say asks. Don't play with that, asks.
All the extra letters come from.
Right.
But it's like, say it's like a sexual encounter. I like the idea of lying and saying that you're the only one that's having sex with me, or I'm the only one that you're the only one that I've experienced.
Nope.
I like that sometimes. It's just a little fun.
Yeah,
So
I like being the best, not the first.
My question is, do you come with an antidote? Because you toxic as hell.
Right.
No, you better come with an antidote.
So wait,
I'm
to
just
go
like-
back to what you said, like, this is what it is. Is that more of like just your dominant traits coming out in that situation, or just?
Yeah, I feel like yes, it is. I'm a Leo, but at the end of the day, I'm very dominant when it comes to this shit. Yeah, you can all shit all you want.
Dun, dun, dun,
Hey,
dun.
that's the and that stigma right there is why I'm so honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's lying. They say lying ass Leos and all that shit like that. Like, I don't have time to lie. I'm a grown ass man.
There it is.
I literally don't have the time and the capacity. Lying is not going to pay my bills.
Yeah.
Sex with this person not going to be pay my bills or
And it
anything
costs
like that.
more drama.
And it's going to
It
be
really
it's gonna be
does.
everything like that. So for me personally, if you're going to be part of my entity, we're going to continue to keep moving forward. We're not going to sit here and lie about anything. We're not going to sit here and play any games. You have the open choice to choose to be with me and not. I'm never going to give you an ultimatum. I'm going to give you the choice to do so.
Okay, so hold on.
Exactly.
With you being in the type of relationship, right? With the polygamous, how has it enhanced your love life, your financials, or anything like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Because when you get into a relationship, you should always look for what this person can do for you, what this person can do for your business, what this person can do for you mentally, emotionally, and everything like that. So if I'm in a relationship where the benefits coming from her being just a great companion, then that is my relaxation. So when I finally go back to work, I'm always rejuvenated. I'm fine. I'm being cool and everything like that.
Okay. That's cool. All right, y'all. So we got a few minutes left, right? One thing I do have to ask, though, before we sit there and let it go. I know she brought up the fact about, are you a dominant? So is there
Dominant,
such thing as a dominant and submissive?
Yes. BDSM is a very livable and live action.
Okay.
Yes.
So then you'll be the dominant, or both of your sister wives will be?
No. I'm a switch.
Oh.
Are you talking about in general, or are you talking about in the bedroom?
Or just
In
anytime
lifestyle.
in lifestyle. So
switch.
you don't mind switching off and on.
Nah.
Got it.
If you can present that you are able to hold an aggressive or a dominant role, then yes.
So how would you know?
What does it mean to be submissive as a man with
So
dealing with?
basically, when it comes to the non-sexual lifestyle, is being able to say that she knows how to do something that I don't. And bringing it to the table in any terms, and bringing it to the table, and me now learning from it. You don't ever want to sit here and not learn from the what you're dealing with.
Yeah,
so everybody's able to be dominant in any kind of situation, or everybody's supposed to be. It can be submissive and everything. You should never require submissiveness from any woman or any man, but to let that action happen and let it happen and display that. So when instead of being so prideful or being insecure about certain things, I know that for a fact that if she has something that's bringing to the table that I don't know how to do or that I want to learn how to do, I'm going to learn how to do so. I'm a last of jack of all trades.
I like
you feel
that.
me? So jack of all trades is what they say. So jack of all trades is often they say a jack of all trades is a master of none, but often better than a master of one. You feel me? So in that process, I'm learning every fucking thing that I want to do. But the things that I'm great at, I'm still gonna be a master at it.
Right.
But I'm also gonna learn those other things. So that comes with that submission of being able to take the back seat as she takes the forward role going forward.
I definitely like that for sure.
That's good. All right, y'all. So We are about to wrap it up here. Sex in Oakland Podcast, episode 2. Okay, we already here. So, I'm Miss Ninja, Crystal with a big H, Mr. Bowtie here, Rio and Izzy on the beat. We are all here, Sex in Oakland, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Please remember to follow Sex in Oakland on Instagram.
And thank you for coming, Mr.
Thank you.
With
your insights. We learned a lot today and what that lifestyle is looking like. Sure. All right, you guys. Drink your water and make sure, you tune in next week.
Bye.
Bye.